Hi, families. Welcome to this week's edition of Homework Help. This week, I'll be helping you with our new Math Standard 3082, which is all about
Ms.
division.
Boatwright to the front office, please. Ms. Boatwright to the front office.
I apologize. I'm still at school recording this video for you, so if there's any more interruptions, I do apologize. We're working on 3082 division, okay? I want to show you a very important strategy that we're using here in class. Is called the problem-solving triangle. Looking at the problem-solving triangle, we ask ourselves a very important question. Do I have a total? If the answer is yes, then I know that I'm going to divide or subtract. If the answer is no, I'm going to multiply or add. Let's look at this problem here. There are 25 desks in a classroom. The teacher puts the desks into groups of 5. How many groups of desks are in the classroom? Draw a picture to represent the desk in the classroom. So going back to the problem, I have the students ask themselves, do I have a total? Yes, I'll divide and subtract. No, I'll multiply or add. So there are 25 desks in the classroom. Right there, that shows me that I have a total of 25. So let's just go ahead and underline that 25 there. We have a total of 25. Yes. So going back to the problem-solving triangle, I know I have a total, so I know I can either divide or subtract. As a mathematician, would it make sense for me to say 25 minus 5? I know that 25 minus 5 equals 20. Am I going to put 20 desks in groups of 5, or am I going to have 25 times? That doesn't make sense to me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my total of 25 desks and I'm going to put those desks into groups of 5. I can write this by writing 25 divided by 5. Okay. We would then show the students that we're going to have group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5. And then we're going to just go ahead and assign desks to each group until we reach 25. I know that one group of 5 equals 5. I know that 2 groups of 5 equals 10. 3 groups of 5, 15, I'm sorry. 4 groups of 5, 20. And 5 groups of 5 equals 5. You can then have your students skip count by 5. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, just to make sure they're all there. So now I know that 25 divided by 5 equals 5. This will be a great time for you to show your students the relationship between multiplication and division. You can show your student that 5 times 5 equals 25. Therefore, 25 divided by 5 equals 5. This will be a great time for you to talk about this with your scholar just so they can make the connection between division and multiplication. This week, we'll be showing our students how to use arrays with division as well. You can use arrays in division. So basically what you would do is you would go ahead and construct an array just like this one here. And I would start by saying, okay, I know that 25 divided by 5 equals blank. I know that I can use this number 5 to my advantage. I can make myself have 5 rows. Okay? So I have row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I then can ask myself, okay, I know that 1 times 5 is 5. 2 times 5 is 10. 3 times 5 is 15. 4 times 5 is 20. And 5 times 5 is 25. So I know that 5 by 5 array will give me 25. So that means 25 divided by 5 will equal 5. I want you to show your students the various ways that we can solve using many ways like division, using equal groups, division using arrays. And the last one I want to show you today is using repeated subtraction as a strategy to solve. While I'm erasing, I don't want to waste our time that we have together. I want to remind you that we are in the process of completing TRC testing this week. I do not have your students' levels just yet. I am not testing your students. Your students are being tested by other teachers on the grade level. As soon as I get the scores, I will share them with you. We have our MAP scores in. Your students may have shared their MAP scores with you. This will be a great talking point for us to talk about at our conference we'll be having later on this month. Okay, so clear your schedules for October the 31st. I'll be having conferences all day with parents. That is a teacher work day. I will be meeting with you all day that day. So please clear your schedules for October the 31st to have our first conference. I'm so excited about our first conference. I want to share with you everything that we're going to do this year. Okay. So put that on your calendars, October the 31st. So let's get back into this problem here. I know that I could use repeated subtraction to help me divide. I will start with my total of 25. Then I will just go ahead and subtract 5. And I will have 20. I'm going to keep going. I'm going to start back with 20 minus 5 equals 15. I'm going to have 15 minus 5 equals 10. And I'm going to have 10 minus 5 equals 5. Then I'm going to have 5 minus 5 equals 0. The desire is to get to 0. Once you reach 0, then it's time for you to go ahead and stop to see how many groups of 5 you have. You would then show your student that you would count the numbers in the middle. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 groups of 5. Therefore, 25 divided by 5 equals 5. This is another great strategy to show your students. If your student struggles with subtraction, please show them how to count backwards. If a student is struggling, if we're starting at 25, just tell them to go 24, 23, 22, 21, 20. You can even have them count on their fingers. I don't care if they're counting on their fingers right now. Wherever they are, it's fine. Let's just get them to where they need to be. Okay? Thinking about other announcements for the week, I want you to make sure your student is using 10 marks. 10 marks is my best friend for math instruction. I've sent out some 3OA2 assignments on 10 marks. Please make sure your student is using 10 marks because it is a great tool. Last year, my students used 10 marks and we were very successful on our EOG last year. I had 20 students, and I want to say 19 of my students passed the math EOG with a 3, 4, or 5. I only had one level 3. So 10 marks is a great friend of mine. I've also sent your students some assignments on RazKids. I sent some fables home on RazKids. The way that you access the things that I've assigned, you would log in, you would go to the reading section, and you would scroll down to where it says assignment. I sent some fables. We're studying fables this week. We're studying folk tales this week, and we'll be taking another reading assessment on Thursday. Okay? Progress reports are coming home on Wednesday. Some of the grades may not be where you want them to be, but I want to remind you that we are only at October 1st. We still have 4 more weeks to go. Third grade content is very different. It's very rigorous. It's very hard. I want you to hang in there with me. If you need anything, I'm more than willing to help you. As you know, I'm one email, text message, dojo message away. I hope you have a great night, a great evening, and thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Good night.